started. For those on the call tonight, my name's Craig Schultz. I'll be your host. I'm one of the Diamond Directors of Jeunesse Global, and we're going to be going through a training, and every week at this time we do a different training topic, and one of the leaders prepares something. And tonight I thought, after being at the Jeunesse University last week, and I did a Facebook Live during the week sharing a bit about Jeunesse Global's vision for the next 3 years, their 2020 vision. So I'm not going to talk all about that. I'm going to talk about the importance of that, and also share why Jeunesse believe that their vision that they shared on stage at that university is just bound to happen. So we're going to touch a little bit more on that through the presentation. So Jeunesse vision, and this here is Tahiti, where I'll be very soon for the Jeunesse Diamond trip. And I guess I always look forward. Like, vision is all about looking forward, looking into the future, the crystal ball and what's possible. And I thought 5 years ago when I joined Jeunesse Global that I just wanted to have an amazing lifestyle and an amazing I guess choice. It was a really important thing, and for me to be able to achieve what I've been able to achieve over the last 4 to 5 years, it's all been around people joining people, but people catching your vision. So when you're out there sharing the story of Jeunesse, you're not only just telling the story of the opportunity. This is their products, this is the company owners, this is network marketing, this is how to get paid, but you're actually going beyond that, and you're saying, this is why I'm excited about the company, because this is where they're heading. And the way to capture that vision is to stay plugged into the company. So it's turning up to the events, it's turning up to the Google Hangouts and Facebook Lives that Scott Lewis does, or one of the executive team does on a monthly basis, getting updates. So it's staying plugged into the opportunity and getting the information you need to be able to share the vision. So when I'm meeting a prospect, when I'm talking about Jeunesse and why join Jeunesse, I want people to join Jeunesse because of the opportunity, but I also want them to join me as well. I don't want them to sit there and go, look, I like the sound of Jeunesse, but I don't really get that you're the type of person I'd be interested in joining with. So part of sharing vision is sharing vision for where business in general is heading in the future. So business in general is really moving forward with this new age approach. And I always say to people, hey, if you didn't embrace the internet back in 2000, you're basically extinct now in terms of being able to get a job. If you didn't embrace social media, and there was a lot of people in the media that refused to embrace social media to start with. These are journalists, etc., because they felt that anyone can bring in the news. It wasn't, a qualified journalist. Anyone that took that stance beyond 12 to 24 months pretty much become extinct as a journalist, because they're the last person delivering the news. Anyone that didn't embrace Uber, anyone that's not embracing Airbnb, anyone that's not embracing e-commerce business platforms is being left behind, and they will be. So it's about sharing the vision of the future and where things are going there. Also sharing the vision of the company. We're talking about being plugged into the company and making sure you understand where it's heading, and sharing your vision and why should someone join you. So it's really important that you actually have a really well mapped out plan, and it may be to start with that you have a good job and you have financial security and you're working 5 hours a week on your network marketing business, and your plan in the next 6 months is to up that to 10 hours a week. But it's really talking about where you're going forward, and one of the Diamond directors, Aaron Biley, he talks about his story and everything like that, but his vision from day one was always talking about moving to Noosa. And, he's now living in his dream house that he's always dreamed of on his vision board and living there now. So people would have bought into his vision because he was so passionate and talking about where he was going to be going. And people caught that fire and wanted to connect to that. So it's really important that you take that on board and really think about the future, what you're doing, why you're doing it, and have a plan mapped out around that. The biggest income earners in network marketing are the people that cast the best vision. So I look at, I know the top 20 biggest income earners of Jeunesse. I listen to them speak, I listen to them get excited about the opportunity, and they are the best people at casting the vision of Jeunesse specifically, but a lot of those people are really good at casting the visions for themselves and the industry as well. So it's really important that you take this skill set on board. So let's talk more specifically about Jeunesse. And being at the Jeunesse University the other week in Europe, Scott Lewis did a powerful session, 40 minutes on stage, talking about the vision of the company, where it's heading. He referred to it as his 2020 vision. But let's have a look at the past and see what's happened from a history point of view of Jeunesse. It's just been going from strength to strength. It's originally started number 82 in the top 100 companies in the industry. Next year, 78. The next year, 46. The next year, 38. The next year, 18. The next year, 14. So you can see the dramatic improvement. We were the youngest company in the top 100. We've obviously been the youngest company in the top 15 in the industry. So Jeunesse has been an absolute standout company of the industry. Scott Lewis, very bold to make predictions like we have, because we have broken every record this industry's ever set. We're the fastest company in the history to do $1 billion. The next fastest DSA registered company took 20 years. We took 6 to 7 years. It's a type of company that really isn't just a success story in the network marketing space. It's a success story in all businesses combined space. To put that $1 billion brand in place, 6 years for us. But we're talking about companies like Google, Facebook, eBay, Amazon, that all took between 4 and 6 years themselves. So we're in that type of category. So Jeunesse 2020 vision, 20% growth for the next 3 years, will make us a $3 billion company. Bold, 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 bold statement. But when you look at the possibilities within this opportunity, it is absolutely mind-boggling what can happen. The products we're just about to launch, the products that we're launching at the moment, and the company is knocking back biotech company after biotech company that's got really interesting products, but we just already have a backlog for the next 18 months, every 6 months, to bring something new and exciting to the market. You look at the countries and the markets that we are opening, and you look at the possibilities in all of those markets, it's really amazing. Like Japan, for example, in terms of direct selling sales collectively, is one of the biggest markets in the network marketing industry. For Jeunesse, we do good sales there, okay sales there, probably around $1 million a month in sales. But that could be a $20 million market in its own right. We're just about to open India, the second biggest population, or rivaling China from a population point of view, the rising middle class. When we look at what's happened in our Chinese business, a $50 to $100 million sort of range of when we do sales on a monthly basis. Let's just say India does half of that, or a quarter of that, you're adding significant figures to your business in terms of total sales. Brazil only just opened in the last 12 months. We're filling stadiums already at $18 million a month in sales. It's only been a bit over 12 months, but half of that time they were barely set up properly. So again, Jeunesse have got exciting possibilities in the fourth biggest market in the world, Brazil. New, fresh, exciting, filling stadiums. You look at Russia, another big market, we could be doing better there. Getting ready to launch into Argentina, probably the second biggest market in the South American markets. Everywhere that you look in Jeunesse, there's upside in its sales in markets. In Australia, we probably do $4, $5, $6 million on a monthly basis. A big company in Australia would probably do 8 to 10. So, we could double in Australia. America, we're probably operating at 25% of what a big company would do in that market. In Europe, we've got all the regions set up perfectly to build a massive platform there. We've got lots of upside all throughout Europe as well. So when you look at countries in their own rights and the possibilities within those countries, exciting times. There's some country or some companies that are starting to get 500 million plus in sales, and they're really a North American and a couple of international markets combined in total sales. So there's a lot of upside just in our individual markets. We're launching new markets, and then we put products and new products into those markets. You can see why Jeunesse will become a multi-billion-dollar brand. Very much in the wording of the vision of the company is we want to be the biggest company in this entire industry. And when you look at, there's no company with a global footprint like we have. The products we have are as unique as this industry's ever seen. And, we're still really riding the momentum of a company that's really in its 8th year in business. So exciting times ahead. And if you're sharing that type of vision to someone that's open-minded, someone that's entrepreneurial, it's pretty hard for that person to not understand the possibilities here. I always talk about my original vision as an entrepreneur to be earning, not even a quarter of the type of money that I earn these days. And it was all around franchising a gym business. And I think back then that, wow, how much have things changed in the last 10 to 15 years. Because in the gym business, I was servicing a suburb or 2 suburbs. So I was opening gyms to service 1, 2, 3, or within a 10K radius. Now I'm servicing countries, China, India, Russia, all of Europe, US, South America. Very, very exciting, the possibilities with this opportunity. We are a unicorn within this industry. We are a standout company within the industry. We're probably the most exciting opportunity within network marketing, but we put ourselves there with what you would refer to as household brands, Facebook, Google, eBay. They're companies that everyone around the world would recognize. Amazon, we are neck and neck in terms of sales with those types of companies. Exciting times, and sharing that to an open-minded entrepreneur, it's pretty hard for them not to ignore that statistics. We move into these products, and the company, they could split their business up into multiple businesses, because we started off with this Luminesce line. That could be a billion-dollar brand in its own right. It might take a company They had Luminesce in its own right 20 years to hit $1 billion. But it's been proven before, skincare only companies have hit $1 billion in their own right. Why couldn't Jeunesse do that just off Luminesce? You move into a product like Reserve. There are companies within the industry just with a real standout product like Reserve, and they do 300 to 500 million a year. Good opportunities, an opportunity I wouldn't join just if it was a product like that, but good opportunities. That's just another hero product in our market. Finity, the similar type of story to that. AMPM, again, there are great companies in this industry, are more emerging $500 to $1 billion. I won't mention names there, just off really good high quality nutritionals. There are dozens of companies in just a focus on weight management in this industry that have become 500 million plus companies. Then there have been companies that have just been energy drink focused, again, 100 to 200, $300 million company. So we have everything combined. All these products are unique. All these products have a story to tell. All these products are very well priced. All these products would sell whether there was a business opportunity attached or not. And what excites me even more is there's more products to fit into these holes that you can see there. Actually, there's one glaring miss out of this slide, and that's Envy, which is breaking into world first stem cell technology in the cosmetic space, and its delivery system, again, first to market as well. So very exciting from that point of view, which again, you can see just off its products, if it didn't have the 140 markets to distribute, it could still be a multi-billion-dollar brand just because of the uniqueness of its products. Let's talk specifically about ZenBody. We've started to launch this range into global markets. It was a US-based project last year, but a month ago we launched it into Australia, and we're getting our product shipped as we speak at the moment. A couple of weeks ago it was into Europe. We're going into South Africa with it. Also doing a Zen tour here in a couple of weeks as well. So we are having the ability at the moment to first to market a range like this. And this range here and this system, and for me, I've been in the fitness industry for 12 years, owning multiple gyms, and I've seen every single weight management program you can imagine. And I've never really been someone that's been interested in shakes, partially because I don't like the idea of meal replacement, etc. But this Zen Project 8 is an amazing and very different program, because it's not about meal replacements, it's about building something around healthy eating and healthy lifestyle, but they've included a community-based approach and the education as well. And as a visionary, you could be really positioning this as pioneer marketing something very new, fresh, exciting into the market. And we're not just launching it here, we're launching into South Africa, we're launching it into Europe, we're launched into the US, blah, blah, blah. So again, from a vision point of view, you're talking about pioneering, first to market, get in there and go and really promote something like that. Same, Envy. So as a vision type of conversation, the wording that I'm using now to people is, hey, we are just about to launch in the next 60 days, 90 days, world first stem cell technology, very unique delivery system in cosmetics, something that's never been seen before, incredibly huge market. We've just launched it in the US a couple of months ago. We've just launched it into Europe, and we'll be launching it here in August. So from a vision point of view, you can see how I'm painting pictures. My wording and the way I talk to people is all about getting them excited, having them on the hook of what's coming. So in regards to Jeunesse at the moment, you know, it's very bright. Like my home planning at the moment is all around, okay guys, let's work on building with Zen. It's in the now, but we've got a tour coming up. So I'm painting the picture of this tour to people. I'm out there saying I'm doing events here, all in the lead up to this Zen tour. And I want the Zen tour to on spring to other Zen tours, etc., etc. But that's going to lead into a launch of Envy. Also, I'm talking about the future of our global markets. So I'm talking about just about to launch India, you know, the second biggest population or the second most exciting market, you know, to China. So I'm sort of painting the picture and really projecting forward and using language in my communication language all built around that. As far as vision to distributors, it's all about talking about preparation for Jeunesse University in August. We're going to be doing a launch there, Envy launch, exciting, get all your distributors there, etc., etc., and then moving on to our international convention. Again, the language I'm using, Jeunesse are doing that well that we have to have 5 international conventions. We put up our Greater China one. Within an hour it sold out, filling a stadium 17,000. We do the same in Brazil, fill our own stadium. We've got the naming rights to the Olympic Rio de Janeiro Olympic Stadium. We fill that within hours. The other ones, North America, European one, and then we've got the Asia Pacific one as well. Again, going to be 10,000 plus at each of them. So collectively, our international conventions are 60,000 convention. The biggest companies do maybe 20 to 30,000. The mid-tiers are 10 to 15,000. The smaller companies, you know, 2 to 5,000. So you can sort of see the magnitude of the opportunity, but I'm trying to get people to connect to that event now. I'm painting the picture, I'm selling the dream, the vision of what's possible now. So I guess the point of tonight's presentation is to give you a little bit of an update on some of the wording that Scott was using, getting you excited about the future of Jeunesse. I joined Jeunesse on its 2nd year birthday. I joined when they just finished their 60 million year, and I rode the wave to that 1.1 billion. I became a diamond in that time. I earned significant income in that time, which pretty much changed my future forever. So we're at 1.4 billion now. Scott's 2020 vision with 20% growth. So we're talking about a 3-year plan. If you can ride that wave, that's to 3 billion. So from 1.4 to 3 billion is 1.6. There's a lot more sales volume to be produced than going from 60 to $1 billion in sales. So the point is, we are right in the, what I would call the halfway point of momentum. Once we get to 3 billion, you know, who knows what will happen there, but we're continuing to bring hero products out, you know, on a half-year, 6-monthly basis. And one of those hero products could double our business in a year. So the possibilities are endless. Youth enhancement, there's always breakthroughs in science, and in that beauty industry, everyone wants to look as young as they can for as long as they can. So we're always going to be at the cutting edge of science, health, beauty, etc. A great company to be a part of, always bringing out new technologies. I'm hearing the Why Jeunesse video is that detailed and that amazing that people will join just watching it. So get excited about the future, and look forward to working with you all very soon. So I'll turn off the recording and we'll wrap it up.